There's the opening. Love birdie. Sixth double fault.
As we saw before, Pete Sampras had lost only 2 points on serve coming into this game. Now Love 30. Loves to hit that serve out wide on a big point.
And he tucked it right in the corner. Might have hit both lines.
As Bud said in the last set, we've seen Bars hit a lot of times in the past that great forehand cross-cut winner in matches past, but Pete counted on his serve. He figured if he hit his serve well enough, there's nothing that Bars could do. He took his chances and it paid off.
That's all.
The other serve that he's hit so well is that serve out wide to Boris Becker's backhand on the ad court. Leaves him a wide open court for 30 all.
What placement. Under pressure. 2 points from victory. Not yet, says Boris.
You can see here, Boris Becker moving his left, expecting a backhand. Just use his strength to muscle that ball down the line for a break point. Looked like that ball was behind him a little bit. Strong enough to steer it down the line.
First break point for Becker in this third set.
Come on! Juice.
Pete's getting pumped up, knows he's only a couple points in victory. Look at his reaction here after he sees that Becker return go long.
Well, Becker's had only 4 chances to break in the entire match. That one quickly gone.
A little bit surprising here that Pete Sampras decided to go to the backhand. He's been hitting that serve out wide so effectively. Still, it was a good serve. Excellent return by Boris Becker. Another break point. Boris taking a bag out of Pete's tricks, just trying to meet the ball, get it back into play.
That's up.
Becker 0 for 5 at this point. Two out of 4 by Sampras, however, an excellent percentage.
First serve.
Becker trying to throw Pete off there a little bit. Didn't throw him off one bit, and he's talking to himself. He's trying everything. He's been around long enough. Try to throw Pete's concentration a little bit, his rhythm. Pete looked up, about ready to serve. Boris had walked away. Pete regrouping nicely, hitting that nice inside-out backhand volley.
And Becker testing him with some terrific returns here in this 10th game.
Another smart play by Pete Sampras, taking his time here. Good walk around the court. What a shot by Pete Sampras.
What a half volley to keep it in it.
Second serve. Boris hits a good low return. Pete scoops it up, and look at this shot. Amazing shot. No chance for Boris Becker. Look at Pete's reaction after this. His new nickname, Dick, Personality Pete.
Well, ain't him okay? Would like one more point from her man.
She's got it, and Pete Sampras is in his first Wimbledon final. stunning straight sets win for Sampras. 7-6, 6-4, 6-4. Well, it may be Becker's living room, but Sampras just decorated it red, white, and blue. He'll be working on the 4th of July.
We remind spectators to take all property with you when leaving your seat or viewing position. Do not leave property unattended at any time.
Any win against Boris Becker on this court is one to savor, and Sampras played it magnificently.
Well, I'm not stunned that Pete Sampras won, but I think the crowd is a little bit stunned at what they saw tennis-wise. Amazing display.
At Boris Becker's horrific serving.
Give credit to Pete Sampras, however. First Wimbledon final. Hope for one more. We'll have an All-American final on the 4th of July.
And Sampras with a final smile. Will it be Jim Courier or Stefan Edberg Sunday?
Big first serve by Pete there. He sees Boris start to go to his right. That says it all.
The only time in the match where Becker, well, one other time he had him 15-40. He had 2 break points in that last game, but Sampras goes through 16 service games against Becker, no breaks, and Becker always a gentleman at the net, victory or defeat.
You can see Boris smiling there. He's been there before. He knows how important it is to get to Wimbledon final. Great sportsman, Boris Becker.
To his coach and his girlfriend, Sampras. And leading the cheers, Delana Mulcahy. And the opportunity glorious. Wimbledon final awaits. Well, coming up, Hannah Storm, Chris Evert looks ahead to tomorrow's ladies final. And after that, Jim Courier, Stefan Edberg will learn who will meet Pete Sampras for breakfast at Wimbledon on Sunday. Get out the strawberries.
Wimbledon 1993 is brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? By Coca-Cola Classic. Always a great serve. Always Coca-Cola. By Merrill Lynch. For clients around the world, we make a difference. The difference is Merrill Lynch. And by MCI, the company that brings you Proof Positive.
Still to come from center court at Wimbledon, the other men's semifinal between Jim Courier and 2-time champ Stefan Edberg. Hannah Storm back in our Wimbledon studio. Let's take a look at the IBM match summary of today's semifinal between Pete Sampras and Boris Becker. The problem for Becker were his serves. He certainly could have used to have gotten more of his first serves in because he won 90% of the points on that first serve. However, he double faulted 12 times. Sampras broke him twice, once in the second set, once in the opening game of the third. Bud Collins spoke with both players after the match and asked Sampras what was the one shot that turned the match for him.
I think it was my second serve. My second serve really kind of carried me through. My first serve, I was going for the big heater up the middle the majority of the time, but was missing. And the second serve, mixing it up pretty well out wide to his forehand, making him not get a rhythm out there. You know, he came pretty close a couple times in the second and third and breaking me, but the second serve, you know, put a bit more spin on it and worked out for me.
Could you imagine he would serve so badly?
Well, first set, he was going for huge second serves. I mean, huge. You know, if he's going to keep this up, I didn't like my chances. And fortunately, he was, you know, missed a couple on some big opportunities. I believe on every break point I had, he double faulted. And, you know, I was moving around a little bit, put a pressure on him. And as a result, he had some pretty bad ones.
How fatigued were you after the Stich match?
The next morning, I felt all my bones in my body, yeah. I was very tired.
And do you feel that the amount of matches you've played, I mean the kinds of matches you've played, contributed to your loss today?
Yeah, that was the problem a little bit. I really had no easy match, you know, from the first round on against Göllner. Then the next couple of matches, I all the time had tough opponents and tough matches, over 2.5, 3 hours often. And And Pete and Stefan and Jim, you know, had much more easy matches, and that I think was a difference today.
So many double faults, Boris. 3 in one game that may have meant the match. Couldn't you adjust? Why did these occur?
I couldn't get up on my serve. My legs weren't as strong today as they were in the last couple of days, and I couldn't lift them up, and I was hitting the ball too low, and then I served them in the net.
So 3-time Wimbledon champion Boris Becker, the youngest ever to win a title here, leaves the grounds of the All-England Club after suffering his first loss in 7 trips to the Wimbledon semifinal. Pete Sampras moves on to his first Wimbledon final. Who will he face? When we return to day 11 at Wimbledon, action from the other men's semifinal being played on center court between Stefan Edberg and Jim Courier.